Hey guys, today we're looking at the OnePlus 15, but let's think outside the box. I killed myself. I'm here all week. So here's the actual phone. And this is a really beautiful piece of phone. We can see that from the get-go here. This is the ultraviolet one. There's also one called Sandstorm, which is more like sandish beige. And there's one that's called Infinite Black, which is all black. The best, everything is black. That one looks super cool. I have not seen it in real life, but that should probably been the one I should have gotten. Either way, one thing which OnePlus now has totally went 100% on is flat screen. Even the 13 was a bit rounded, and I don't really know why anyone ever were thinking that people wanted a round screen. The flat screen is so much better and safer if you intend to drop it. Looking at this one, the surface here, I mean, it's impossible to get fingerprints. It's thin, as you can see, but we do have the camera bump, which is, I guess, substantial. It gives an extra thing to hold when you're playing games and other things. You get a better placement of hands. Looking at this one here, you can see what it offers. Hey, where's the slider? Yeah. So we don't have a slider, we have a button. So the slider, you went from ringer to vibrate to quiet. This one here, you actually press it and you get the haptic feedback to know what it is if you don't look at it. It's not as good as the slider. So most people who love the slider, and those are mainly the people who own OnePlus, because that goes hand in hand, will miss this, but I guess we can learn to appreciate this one. This also, it's programmable, so you can have different things happening when you use it. Although I think anyone who owned a OnePlus from before will probably use it as the slider. I would have rather much had the slider there, to be all honest. And we're honest here, aren't we? Volume rocker on, off, and all that stuff. So the phone screen is amazing. They're always amazing. This one here fires up I think it's 1800 nits, which is kind of amazing. It does 165 hertz, which is probably really appreciated by most gamers. It also has some sort of a steady frame rate that will give you 120 FPS when you're playing most games. And combining that with the screen and with everything it got, it's a really good phone for anyone who plays games. But in the end, for anyone who just appreciates a good phone, it has everything. It's packed with a Snapdragon 8 Elite Generation 5. The good thing with processors are they're actually getting better every year and more efficient power-wise. So it's a win-win every time there's a new processor. This phone also has two different chips. That one is handling Wi-Fi, and that is supposed to give you about 50% better Wi-Fi. I have not noticed a difference, but it's there and can't be a bad thing. The other thing is the touch sensitivity. There's one chip that actually handles that, and that is a really good thing. Naturally, for the smoothness, everything you do with the phone, but also if you play games, the response time is shorter. One thing to go hand in hand with the screen, actually, because that requires a lot of energy, is the battery is 7,300 milliamperes, and that is a huge battery. You can fast charge it with up to 120 watts. In Europe, anyways, I think in America they offer a lower watt charger. You can also do wireless charging with up to 50 watts, which is kind of impressive because that's actually more than a lot of phones does with wired charging. So then again, if you're like me, you usually charge overnight, so it doesn't really matter. And for me, as a normal user, this battery will last me more than 2 days. If you're a power user, a teenager who doom scrolls and play games and TikToks and everything, it should still last a day or more, actually. If you totally deplete the battery to zero, it's supposed to take 39 minutes. Camera is one of the most important things on the phone because people don't really use them for phone calls anymore. And this is just a layman opinion, and it's with the average Joe's eye. The cameras are really good. Everything comes out really nice. I'm super happy with it, but then again, I'm happy with most phones. One thing that I do appreciate a lot with OnePlus, which is better than a lot of other phones, are the night photos. They come out really great. I look like I know what I'm doing when it comes to photos. When I show it to friends, they can actually say like, man, what a great photo. And then I don't really want to tell them that it's all the phone that's handling that, but that is the case. If you don't really get the best results, there's a bunch of AI that can help you out, composition-wise, sharpness, reflections. If you're not a great photographer, like I'm not, AI will totally help you out. Going back to the user interface, which is the Oxygen 16, and this phone runs on the Android 16. And if you ever experienced a OnePlus phone, you probably appreciate the user interface a lot. And this one is, I guess, the best ever. It's smooth. It handles everything. It's easy to find stuff. I'm just happy with it. And to get everything running as great as possible, OnePlus has another cool name because they do like to name their stuff, and that is the 360 Cryo Velocity cooling. And the cooling system here inside is doing a great job. It's to keep the heat down, and if you're keeping the heat down, the processors, everything like that will work better and everything will be smoother. And this is again something that is appreciated by gamers. And going back to games, actually, when it comes to charging, you can have the phone plugged in at all times charging, and it will be a bypass. So instead of charging the battery that powers the phone, it actually goes directly to the phone, which means that there will not be any heat generated from charging the battery. And that is also good for performance. The battery can handle extreme cold up to minus 20 Celsius. Minus 20 Celsius is like a Monday here. We can go down to like 40. If you're in any other country, you're probably going to think that's an extreme cold. But hey, here, no. Another thing that's really good also for gamers, but then again for everyone using the phone, is that the gyroscope, the ones that makes it so the phone will register your movements. It's industry standard, the best one you can get according to what I read. This is also something that I don't really notice, but it will definitely help you out if you're playing one of those games where you steer or, yeah, you get it. It has a bunch of IP ratings. So it got 66, it got 68, it also got 69. It's not as fun as you think, and 69K. The first two there is that you could be underwater, 2 meters underwater, like an average basketball player's length. And you can stay there for 30 minutes. And the other one is that you can spray it with jets with up to 80 Celsius. And whomever sprays it with 80 Celsius jets in a real lifetime thingy. If you drop it in water, it's going to be able to handle that. You can also video underwater. And there's a video mode. Let's see if we can actually look at that. When you're underwater, you use the volume rocker because you can't use the touchscreen to take photos. And there you can also do a video, as you can see. So this is perfect if anyone want to go to like your exotic place where there's a bunch of fishes and other things. And this is the fun part. When you turn it off here. And so this is a kind of fun and interesting part. So listen to this now. So what happened there? Well, it actually boosts sound to be able to vibrate water out of places there shouldn't be. I have not tried underwater photo in real life, and I do really want to do it. The last time I went to Hawaii, I actually had a camera from a competitor, and it was supposed to be water resistant. And I started videoing some fish, and I thought that was kind of cool. And then the phone totally collapsed, and yeah. And I had no backup either because I'm an idiot. So when I try this, if I try this, backup first, that's for sure. All right, cool. There's also a bunch of new things that are maybe useful for some. You can do like the cool things is like, AI scanning. There's something called AI plus mind, or as a plus mind, and that it's sort of like collecting the information you might want to read later, an article, a review, like stuff that you eventually I will read this, and like pretty much when you do bookmarkings or leave tabs in the browser. The Plus Mind will keep these stored locally, so you can go back and look at them. But you're also supposed to be able to use AI. It's a Gemini thing. So there's the place where it saves it called the mind space. All these names. And Gemini will be able to get information, so you can actually, like, what information do I have about balloon flying in Norway? Yeah, so then it will gather information, but it can also get information to complete that from outside of from the internet. It's a thing. It sounds pretty cool and maybe useful. Personally, I don't see myself using it, but I will definitely try it out, and who knows. All right, so conclusion about this number 15. First of all, why is it 15 and not 14? Because the last one was a 13. And that is because in China, the number 4 is unlucky because it's pronounced the same way as death, I think. I might be incorrect about this. So therefore, they don't like 4. They don't like 14, 24. So in a bunch of years, don't expect 1 plus 24, 23, and 25 will happen. If you look at a phone, it's a beautiful phone. It's comfortable in your hand. It's competent. It has everything that you want. It's when OnePlus came out, they did like phones which maybe was like 80% as good or something like that as a flagship phone, and it was like much cheaper. Now it is a flagship phone. It has everything, usually before a lot of other guys. The price is still much better than some of the competitors, but it's still an expensive phone. I don't have a price for this right now, but it will be in the text, assuming it's $1,000 and up. So it's definitely a costful thing. You might not need to change a phone every year, but if you're looking to get a new phone in 2025, I would say this is my favorite one. I really like this one. It has everything. There's nothing that it doesn't do well. The photos, the videos, everything is really, really good. Everything that I do for work, when it comes to photos, I use the phone. I used to have a digital camera, an SLR camera, and it's like, I don't really need it anymore. And this is so much easier to carry around. Whenever I go on vacation, I use the phone like everybody else. And then I go to the local store, just downloading into them, and they will create photos of various sizes, and I will even have like large movie poster style things from photos that accidentally became really, really great. And some of them has actually been the night photo, which I'm mentioning. Which makes me a better photographer than I am. But overall, this is a great phone. As I said, I don't think there's any better option for 2025, at least not that I have tried. This is a great choice, and for anyone who's looking for a new phone, should definitely check this out. And the Infinity Black, I would say. Just as disclaimer, as always, I'm an average Joe who likes tech. I stumble across a lot of tech stuff, and I enjoy fiddling around with it. So this is just a normal guy's opinion. If you want more substantial information, better tests, there are so many other channels that will give you all that. But I do appreciate people stopping by and subscribing and watching the videos. That's it for now. This is the OnePlus 15. Thumbs up. Both of them. Very professional review score setting. And you guys have a good one. Maybe see you in the next one.